S5. It's Chris and Deepom here. And this week, short week, because we didn't have to do 2 shows. We're just doing Arrow Season 5, Episode 3. Listen, I can't tell you guys how excited I am. I love these shows. I love doing this. But only having to do Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week and only having to watch Arrow this week, I need the break. I just, just catch my breath a little bit, man.
I didn't even know this was true until you mentioned it on Twitter. I was like, wait, really? There's only 2 shows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we need just a little breather. Just a little breather.
Every now and then, man, because this has been a full sprint, and I just need, I just needed it. I needed that, man.
Gorilla City's around the corner.
Right, man. I needed that.
It's about to get serious. I really appreciated this, CW.
Yeah, thank you.
And I know you didn't want to fuck with that S.H.I.E.L.D. episode, but
I'll take it.
I respect that, too.
I'll take it. Anyway, Season 5, Episode 13, Spectre of the Gun. Following a traumatic attack on City Hall, flashbacks show how Renee became Wild Dog. All right, man. What do you think of this episode?
I loved it.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure because I loved it too, and I've been seeing all of these articles about how either it was too much or it wasn't enough. Fuck that. I love the fuck out of this episode.
This was it.
Yeah.
This is the episode he became Green Arrow.
Dude, I was watching this episode, right? And I'm like, oh my God. Because we just did the hard traveling hero stuff with Green Lantern.
Right, I was about to say, we just read this.
Just read it, and I'm like, oh my God. That's what this is. This is what, when people go, well, get policy. I'm like, no, this is what Green Arrow does.
Arrow's always been this massive lefty.
That's what this, dude, I'm so glad. I'm sitting here going, man, I really hope this dude likes this episode.
Well, at first I was like,
I don't know.
Are they going to preach me for an hour? And then I was like, wait a second. Are they going to make Ollie Queen do this? I was like, oh.
That is the best part of
this. We're going full Ollie?
The thing I love about this episode is that it's Oliver that does everything that happens here. Pretty much it's Oliver is the one that brings us down.
Is he in the suit once?
He's only in the suit once. In the suit once.
Oh, you're right.
And that's when
that guy.
Yeah, that's when Vigilante shows up. Yeah. Other than that, he even when he left the council the politician lady that he was meeting with to come up with gun control measures they could both agree on. When he left, I was like, oh my God, he's gonna suit up. He's gonna go to the hospital. He's gonna do that. I'm like, that sucks because Then he shows up literally in his mayor suit and talks dude down. I was like, you're Green Arrow now. Next season you gotta call.
He's not like the firebrand Green Arrow that you and I got used to reading the Grell comics. Right. This is the biggest step. This is a step I never thought they'd make.
This is how.
You won't be reading Marxist stuff next week or anything. That'd be interesting. They won't do that. But the furthest you can do, I guess, in America today is, can we not have people get killed?
Yo, I mean, here's the thing. Here's how I knew this episode might be something. When there was a violence warning on the episode, I was like, wait a minute. I've seen Oliver Queen go John Wick. You stab Moira through the heart with a sword, all right? Come on, man.
I hadn't really thought about that because I heard that too, and I was like, huh.
Right, I was like, wait a minute.
Because I heard some things like, oh, it's a political episode. I was like, oh, and so that's all I knew going into it. So I heard the warning. I was like, okay, that makes sense. They're trying to warn kids. Mm-hmm. And then I heard things like, they've done a lot of shit on the show that hasn't garnered a warning. How did Deathstroke lose his fucking eye?
Right.
I'm like, wait a second. Okay, I guess.
How many people have died? Have we watched not just die, but get stabbed? A
lot of stabbings.
They blew up an entire city with a nuke. My God.
That's true. That happened too. Yeah. And they pointed out the first season Oliver was a serial killer. We were watching Dexter with arrows.
He broke somebody's neck. Nobody can know my secret. Crack.
I was like, what? Excuse me? Very nonchalant murder. They throw the warning up.
And I was just like, this is gonna be I'm sorry, man. I really love what they did in this episode. Again, is because and I love it because it was that part where Quentin's there and he says to Oliver, he's like, I don't think this is gonna be something that you can fix as the Green Arrow. There's something that you're gonna do as Mayor Queen. And then they show you, and what I love about this is they showed you in multiple ways how the gun control debate is difficult. It's not it's a complex issue. It's not an easy issue to discuss. And I even love how they took it down into Team Arrow itself. You had the 4 people for gun control, and I love that they even mixed up with former cops. Like so, Dinah was against gun control. Quentin is for gun control. So it's not even like all the cops are obviously going to be for gun control. All the people not cops are going to be. No, they mix it up a little bit. You had the people that are against.
I think they played the type with Wild Dog.
Huh?
Oh, well. I think it would been really funny if Wild Dog was like, you know what, we do need a registry.
Yeah.
That had been some inspired storytelling.
We'll get into Wild Dog in a minute. We had the against, and then they even had, what I love is Felicity being the white woman in the middle going, guys, this is not healthy. It's not going to accomplish anything. Like, they covered, like...
I miss when Facebook was fun, guys.
Right. Like this... They didn't just get the for and against. What they could have done, they could have stopped right there and it been fine. But they added in that extra element of, well, it's not really healthy to have this debate. And I love that Curtis was just like, no, that's not a good thing. That's not how this should work.
That's a bad opinion, and here's why it's a bad opinion.
Oh my god, like, dude, like, so good. Even when Curtis goes, listen, I'm a black man. I'm more likely to die by a gun than anybody else in this room. Like, they went there with, like, could they have gone further? Maybe, but fuck it. This is a CW show called Arrow.
Yeah, a CW show has got 41 minutes to do what it's got to do and still apparently send a message. I tip my cap.
It's like, I'll take it, man. Like, that was pretty fucking good. And I just really loved it. I love the fact that the villain, like, the entire time they're going down, they're like, oh, who is it? Could it be? They're going through all the people in their backgrounds that it could have been, and it turned out to be just a regular guy whose family was killed in a mass shooting, and was fed the fuck up, and was fed up with politicians not doing anything about it. Like,
and what can you say?
I mean,
and what can you say?
Right. Like, and again, when you're faced with that, you're like, oh yeah, obviously you can go the Oliver route, you can do this stuff, and instead the Green Arrow route and have him shooting this guy in the shoulder with an arrow and doing all that stuff. But no, instead you had Oliver do something that he hasn't done in 5 seasons, which is solve a problem, being Oliver Queen.
100%.
And as much as I've enjoyed Arrow, this is one of those aspects of the show that I'm like, I didn't know I needed as much. And that is Oliver. Like, and we really haven't gotten it this season. They try to get us a little bit here and there, but we really haven't gotten Oliver doing stuff as mayor. I mean, you're mayor of the city. You actually do things. And this is a good step. Like, we need this. You need to see. It would be like if we had an episode of The Flash where Barry actually, solves the issue by being Barry Allen, not The Flash.
Right.
Sometimes you need that, and you really do have those issues in the comic book. The political messages in this remind me so much of the Speedy issue where he's when he's on heroin,
Mm-hmm.
and it's it forces Oliver in that to come to get him some hard truths about himself. And what he's done and what's going on there. So, yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed how they put that together. And it was just really well done. So, in addition to that, we then get Renee's origin. And what happened with Renee. And
layers, man. I care about Renee now. I give a shit.
Yeah. Like, everything makes sense now with Renee.
Yeah, I get it.
His
the
entire
Hoss thing's still annoying and doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
but
the
rest
Hoss,
of it,
Hoss.
The rest of it's fun.
Yeah, I like it. Like when I saw, I was like, wait, he was married, so I thought they were gonna kill the wife and the daughter. I was like, ooh, but I think actually his daughter being alive and in foster home and him not being able to get her,
it's way better.
It's exactly.
And if their plan as a show, I'm not saying it was, I'm not saying it wasn't, was to give us a cast that felt too large and then slowly pare it down where I would only care about 1 or 2 of them, Good job.
Right.
Because I honestly forgot Evelyn left until I just said her name.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it they considered? Was it Rory?
Yeah.
There's only one Rory in the DC universe, and his name is Mick. Sorry. Other Rory, you didn't matter.
Right.
I'm very sad about your rags, but
There were rags.
And the nuking thing. I guess that I should care more about that, but I don't.
Yeah.
But they nailed it with Wild Dog.
Oh goodness, did they nail it, yo? Like it even goes back to I think it was the couple episodes ago. I say issues. A couple episodes ago where he was really on about stopping the drugs coming into Hub City. You're like, makes sense now.
Makes sense.
Wife was hooked on drugs. You know. Also, his big thing about guns and having guns and protecting and why he does that. Everything makes sense with that.
Yep.
And then seeing that his tipping point for him was seeing Damien Dark being killed by the arrow, and everybody like it all came together. All came together.
I honestly don't feel like I'm in a position to judge him at all.
No. You know what, they've done a really good job this season of, and I think they really nailed it. In previous season when we got Roy, when we got Thea, when we got all the rest of the team that eventually became Team Arrow, it took multiple seasons to get all those people onto the team for you to care about. We've now gotten a pretty solid team. Like I said, we lost Evelyn, we lost that Roy kid, fuck it. But the rest of the team, between Curtis, Renee, even Dinah now, Diggle, Felicity, just the new kids. If we just go with Renee, Curtis, and Dinah, in just a few episodes in one season, we care so much about them and their backstories and what's going on with them. You know?
Yeah.
And like that's great storytelling. Like even this, like we'll get into Dinah thing in a minute, but like just with the Renee, it's like it's built up over this entire season and stuff like that. And I'm starting to love like his like I can almost do an entire show where it's Renee, Curtis, and Quentin, because that would be one hell of a dynamic. Because Renee with both of them, it's so good. Him now working being the deputy, the assistant deputy mayor's like assistant or whatever. I don't know what his official director position is now. But that's great. But then also his new like buddy cop moments with or bromance moments with Curtis are great. Like Curtis, like they always go butt heads. They're complete opposites. But Curtis being, hey, listen, I got a lawyer friend. We're gonna, we believe your daughter should be with you. I'm gonna help you. You know, that's been something that's been building up over the last several episodes, ever since they were butting heads, and so now you got them forming a bond between the two of them, and I think it's fucking great. Yeah,
it's great, and the bond is great, and the slow build relationship is great. I don't agree that you should have his daughter.
Oh, no. I didn't say that.
I get Curtis is like in a very helpful mood. I think that we need to just pump those brakes a little bit on the giving your daughter to a vigilante.
Listen, I'm not agreeing with
who calls himself Wild Dog. He's not just a vigilante. I want to make sure that's important and clear too. Did he choose the name or was it foisted upon him?
Well, no, I don't know if it was. I think maybe it was forced upon him.
Whatever. They found it appropriate to call him Wild Dog.
You know what they could end up doing though with that is, again, just like the other characters, you can still pare down this show. He gets his daughter eventually. He doesn't come back next season. You still got Curtis. You still got Dinah. You still got a core Arrow team. But then Curtis, because the thing about it, everybody on this team is finding something. I think if he gets his daughter back, you might get to the point where Renee doesn't need to be a vigilante anymore. Maybe every now and then you can bring him in if you need help, but he doesn't have to be there all the time like he is now. Like at this point, I feel like he has nothing. He's doing this because he doesn't have a daughter. So yeah. that might be a way to again pare down the show even more to manage, because I think that was a concern. It's like you're bringing all these people in there. That's going to be hard to maintain. But, we'll see. We'll see how that works. Another thing I like, too, is that they're giving these characters jobs.
Yeah.
So he has a job now. Dinah got a job. She apparently applied back to the police department. So I like that. I love the fact that they now have, they're having some form of income.
I got to speak on this, though. They addressed Dinah's hesitancy to fill out the forms, which makes sense. Her credit's probably shit. It's been 2 years. 3 years undercover, excuse me. On a vendetta, which we're now joking about, Diggle? Really? Vendettas are funny? Okay. but they never addressed what she actually wrote down.
Yeah.
They didn't even give oh no, Felicity helped me fake some paperwork. They did none of that. They were just, I got my nerve up and now I've got an apartment. Wait a second.
Yeah, you should at least say.
Wait a second.
You should at least say, well, hey, Oliver, I put your name down as a reference.
Yeah. I used the mayor's reference, help me get, that really greased some wheels. Like, make that like just a throwaway line. Just,
you got to throw that in there.
Don't bring up the problem and then never address it again.
Right.
Because it hadn't occurred to me that she'd been off the grid for 3 years until they said it. I was like, you know what, you're right. How would you? Like,
right.
Do you have a license? Like, a lot of questions.
Were you dead?
Yeah, like, what the hell's happening here?
I don't understand how this is working. I do like the fact that, again, it's not the black fatherhood moments of Joe West on
and it never will.
And it'll never be. But I love Diggle's moments. Like, I'm just gonna call him Diggle's Corner. Like
Diggle's Corner.
Diggle's Corner, because he has a corner. Like,
you know what? That sounds inspirational as shit.
Huh?
That sounds inspirational as shit.
Right. I mean, he comes in, he gives you, and it like Joe. Well, Joe gives you the loving talk that you need to hear, and is loving. Like, Diggle kind of gives you the talk that you just need to hear, and it's not like Renee's talks, but it's still enough. Like, come on, you deserve this. Come on, you can do this. Like, get your shit. It's basically get your shit together.
Diggle's talks aren't the ones you want, but they're the ones you need.
Right.
They're the ones you deserve.
Right. Oh man, like, and it's good. Like, I've realized this when he's been in jail. I've missed that. The team has needed Diggle to kind of give the pep talks, to be the old black. And I love it. At one point he was like, yeah, hey, listen, I work for Oliver Queen. I know how this works, and just give those pep talks. He needs to. So
yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Pep talks.
Hey.
Pep talks and Magneto-esque helmets.
Hey, this helmet's better than the one last season.
Well, it couldn't be much worse. It's a low bar to clear.
Valid.
That helmet was disgusting. I watched an old episode. I watched last season episode of Arrow. I was like, that helmet. I can't believe they make more fun of it on the show. I let Diggle live an entire season off that helmet. I'm getting slow in my old age.
Right. I also love the fact that they're throwing in there, just rubbing it in our faces how much better at everything Dinah is than everybody else. The bow staff training she had with Diggle.
Laura would have been beat to shit. That's all I was thinking. Like, Laura would be covered in bruises and shit, wearing turtlenecks in the summer. Like, man.
And then, hey, we got our Thea back, and you know what? Like we said last time, is like you got to do a better job explaining why Thea's not there. Blah blah blah. But I can't lie. I love Thea coming back and shit being so different, and her going, "This is why I don't leave."
Like, you people can't be trusted for 2 years.
For this is Oliver, Susan Williams, really? Like, you think you think that's what we need to do? That's smart, Thea. I really like
that. It felt like that. Chappelle show skit. Is that what's good in the hood? Is that what's good in the streets? Mm-hmm. This. Okay.
And I love that when Oliver tried to be like, listen, I really like her. I'm gonna appreciate it. And Thea's just like, okay, cool. And then she goes to meet Quentin. She's like, yeah, so I saw your interview with Dragon Lady. I'm like, good God, Thea doesn't give a fuck.
Ollie's like, I can still hear you.
Right? He's just like, I know, because it's a bad idea.
Right here. He's like, I'm the mayor too, right? Like, a little, like, this is my office. Like, we can enjoy that at the house, but what the fuck? Like,
right.
Come on, I'm at work.
She looks at Renee and is like, what are you doing here? Well, I'm Quentin Sentence. Really, this is what we're doing. Like, this is why I don't leave. This is why I don't
all
leave.
Of us, dude. She was like, what's going on here? Well, I thought it was best. You thought it was best. Okay.
Listen,
all right.
Look.
What's up with Dragon Lady? Damn it, Thea.
Look. I know we said that Thea being gone, they didn't do a really good job of doing that, but I will let that slide if you disappear Thea every few episodes and bring her back, her just showing her going, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
No, I'm okay with that. That's like the new recap. Right? That's the new last week on Arrow. It's just Thea berating people. What are you doing?
Oh my God, I figured it out. We need Thea doing the openings of the show, like Mick doing the openings of tomorrow. Right. Last week on Arrow. What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
These idiots.
Right.
I went away for a weekend. I took a little time for me. And what happened? this is what happens. And she just tells you what's
Oh,
up.
I can't wait until the Susan Williams thing goes sour, and Thea just looks at Oliver going, "I told you."
No, she wouldn't even say I told you so. She's gonna look at him.
Yo, the Thea Queen side eye is actually the Thea Queen side eye is actually pretty deadly.
It's she's gonna stare at him like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So good.
Because you ate shit. That's why.
So good.
I could see her doing that.
Oh man, like I'm sorry.
I'm 100% here for it.
I am such a Thea Queen fan, yo. I'm sorry, yo.
They made me really like her as a character, and like to the point where like I didn't realize how excited I would be to see that. Now I can't deny it.
I mean, honestly, I think the wrong queen. I appreciate Oliver, and doing things as mayor and doing something with Oliver Queen this episode, but the wrong queen is mayor, yo. Let's be honest here. Like Thea should be mayor. She's the real brains behind the operation, and I think at some point it'd be great to see, if Oliver doesn't run for a re-election or something like that, and then they replace it, then Thea does run. Because Thea, like, the thing I like about the care about Thea is when you think back to what she was in season 1,
right?
Ever since season 1, she has gotten her shit together so much,
and kept it together,
and kept it together, and it's been great to see that is one of the better developed characters on the show since season 1, and I've really, really enjoyed what they've done with her. And unlike some like with Felicity, because even with like characters like Felicity or Laurel, some of that, they sometimes get stuck, and you kind of feel like, are we making progress? Are we taking a step back? Like last week, we felt like the Felicity character took a step back a little bit. Thea's never been that character. She's always felt like every season she gets a pretty good arc and pretty good way of moving forward with herself, and has redefined herself. Like, you forget this season that Thea is a deadly trained assassin.
Right?
Like, you forget that
just
shit.
Super nonchalant, like, right. Oh yeah, by the way, I kill people.
Right, because like I'm watching the episode and I'm like, when Oliver goes, "Have you seen my sister?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, where's Thea?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, she can take care of her fucking self." What are we talking?
She can't spin kick no bullets though.
Right, you're right. You're right. I did forget. I was like, oh, I forgot. She was in the first part of the crossover. I mean, because she wanted to fight aliens. She was like, I'm in.
I thought you were tired. I thought you said aliens.
Right.
Why are you asking all these questions? Right, that's why I'm here.
Let's calm the fuck down. Let's
right. It's not serious. So would you relax?
Yeah. I mean, shit. Like you said, aliens. Who wouldn't want to do that? All right. So, you got anything else you want to say about this episode?
No, man. I think that. And I haven't read any reviews online. I haven't been really paying attention to the conversation, but I'm sure that people keep your politics out of my blah. This is Arrow. This is Green Arrow.
Yes.
Ollie as the super lefty, bleeding heart liberal, whatever you want to call it. Yes. Like, I think that Star City is going to become relevant as a liberal place in the CW, and I'm glad for it. Mm-hmm. I also think that it's sad that part of me says, oh, how'd they film this knowing that a Quebec mosque shooting would happen? And then I think back to saying, oh, wait, no, it's America, mm-hmm. or it's the world. Of course a mass shooting happened. Mm-hmm. It's one of those ones that's like, it feels timely because it's always fucking timely.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important that, or it's good that the flagship show of the Arrowverse was able to take a stand. And I hope that we get to see more of that throughout the shows.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, it wasn't even like he was super liberal, super bleeding heart with it. Like, it was a very nuanced discussion where they're like,
"Oh no, I meant comic book." GA.
Absolutely. But it's just like when I see people doing, like, this is how the debate should go. You should sit down and figure out a way to protect people who want to buy guns for self-protection and for hunting and things like that, but also realize that, hey, maybe everybody doesn't need an AR-15. Like, you need to be we need to be able to sit down and have these conversations and move forward with that and bring together people. Like I said, we didn't talk about this, but one of the great aspects of this was that Oliver brought in Renee to help him. He's like, yo, I know how you feel about this, and I know why you feel about this. So let's bring you in and have you, help me write this up, and then bring it to the councilwoman and talk it over that way. It's like, that's how that's supposed to work. And our political system, unfortunately, right now, doesn't work that fucking way because people don't want to one, use facts, and two, they don't want to have a real discussion about what's going on and what we can do to come together and deal with, combinations of security and safety at the same time. So, no, I thought it was really well done. Again, this is an email from Janie. It was from last week. It was sent after we did our review of the last review. So, love your podcast, and I'm so glad you guys also think the Arrow storyline with Susan Williams is dumb. I can't see any other way this resolves that doesn't seem like a major regression for Oliver. Either you trust her, which makes him look like a moron, even if she ends up having second thoughts about exposing him, or he knows that she's shady and is playing her, which looks really bad now, and that he's sleeping with her. I think I hate the ruthless female reporter who sleeps with the subject for a scoop trope, even more than because all female characters are being treated really badly this season. Thea keeps disappearing. Felicity's big motivation is the death of some guy we barely knew instead of all the terrible stuff that she went through last year. Dinah slipping into Black Canary role feels like it's more like a female characters are interchangeable, and they actually replace a baby girl for a baby boy. The show has definitely improved this year, but that stuff drives me nuts. Looking forward to the gun control episode, though. It'll be interesting to see how they try to take the stand since Diggle and Rhaenyra always charge in and feel guns blazing. Take care, Janie. Yeah, I think that I don't really think that Thea's big motivation is the death of was it Malone? Yeah, I don't think that's her big motivation. I think her and I never got that as her big motive. I thought her motivation was the other stuff that was going on, like especially last episode when she didn't want Ragman to use his reaction on the bomb because she felt responsible for what happened last time. Like I don't feel like it's really to tell you the truth. I think it's the opposite. I feel less motivation of her from anything she's doing this season about the death of Malone than anything else. Like I actually find it weird. I keep
forgetting he died.
Right, and that's the problem. Like I agree with you. I don't think they should ever had that relationship to begin with because it didn't.
I think you had to because otherwise you spend part of the season everyone being like, "Well, when are Felicity and Oliver going to get back together?" And this kind of cuts that off.
Well, yeah, but then they have him with Susan Williams. So
I didn't say they were doing it right. I just
right. So I don't know. I agree with you on. I just think they would have cut. I think they could have just cut the whole Malone thing out. Like he didn't. The only thing he's going to serve is obviously next episode when they're talking about because we didn't really talk about Adrian Chase this episode, but Oliver telling him to don't hide the fact that the Arrow is the one that shot Malone. But even then, you didn't need to have Malone in a relationship with Felicity to have that going on. So again, I'm with you on that one. The Dinah thing, I get it, but I think the jury's still out for me on that. Like the way they've been doing it so far, it feels like not like it's interchangeable female characters, but they're finally getting the female character right.
Right. I think that was part of it. Is that we talked about it before in this how the show was pitched with the three leads of Laurel, Tommy, and Ollie. And clearly, as it established itself becoming something different, becoming a show about Green Arrow, you kind of got lost in the shuffle of what the hell do we do with this Laurel character that we've created. Because they had Felicity emerging just because of better on-screen chemistry as the emergent love interest. You had Diggle there for the emotional support and growth there. And Thea was the non-romantic female character who our character cared about. So the question became, why the hell is Laurel on this show?
Right. And
they tried to shoehorn her into the Black Canary role, which I don't think fit. At least initially, I think they did a lot of good work, and the actress did a lot of good work on it. But it was a square peg to round hole. It felt like. Mm-hmm. And then you look back to kind of what's happened with this new canary, who's our third canary, by the way, and our third woman named Dinah, which I'm not going to let go of.
Actually, she's our fourth canary.
It was the fourth.
because Evelyn
Oh,
first.
you're right. Evelyn. Damn it! I told you.
Yeah.
I will forget about Evelyn if it's not explicitly pointed out to me.
Yeah, the email even forgot to. Here's how Evelyn didn't matter so much. Even when talking about female characters, the email forgot to mention Evelyn. Just completely like that to me is the worst character. You know, the worst thing that's happened because her character just literally completely disappeared. At least with Thea, you kind of have that. Oh well, she's doing mayor work. She's over here. They'll at least mention her every now and then. Evelyn is just gone.
It's like she never existed.
Right.
It was the most weightless betrayal ever.
Right.
Yeah, but I think I lost my train of thought there. But the bottom line is, I think it's less trying to easily replace the female characters because if you look at it, they didn't really replace them. They just added because Laurel's back on the show as Black Siren.
Right.
She's got one of those DCW line-wide deals, so she's going to be a villain elsewhere. You look at Sarah, who they kept killing and kept bringing back. Thea, they killed and brought back. Mm-hmm. And they're adding to the tapestry with this new Black Canary. And so, while I've come around on Chris's line of thinking that this may be their chance to get Black Canary right, and I'm hoping for that to be the case, I'm also prepared for, this to say, hey, this is our iteration of, this is our best shot at Black Canary because we've missed it twice.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping for, too. As for the Susan Williams thing, like, I'm hoping it doesn't go the way you wrote it in the email.
Your dick is not your friend. I don't see what we're still talking about.
Right. I'm hoping it does. I'm actually hoping it's not even that she has second thoughts. I'm hoping that she doesn't even have a thought about betraying Oliver with it. Like she's
gonna betray the shit out of Oliver.
I'm hoping they don't go that route. Because even I know that's more likely what they're gonna do. But even reading like the email said, it's like it's a trope that's done to death. And I'm really, really hoping they don't do it. Like I'm hoping I get surprised. I know I won't be. I'm pulling that guy. I'm like that guy who watched the Logan trailer, didn't like it, but is still holding out hope that I like the movie. That's what I'm doing right now. All right, give me that moment. Give me that. I know it's not going to go that way, but I'm holding that hope because it's like you know what? This show does have a way of throwing away some of the female characters. Remember Huntress?
Whose family got a mention this week?
Yeah. I'm like
Bertolini crime family.
Yeah, like I would love for them. I've been waiting for them to bring that character back for the longest time because that was a good character in the first.
I think
season.
they have issues with the actress.
Well, then get another.
I'm just telling you. I think I'm trying to remember what happened there. Okay. I'm just volunteering information.
All right. I am happy that they're next week they're bringing back. Remember the black woman who was the head of the anti-village, I think, was she the anti-vigilante or one of the task force? The
comic book character's name is Lady Cop.
Lady Cop.
Thank you very much.
They're bringing her back, but I'm glad they're bringing her back because again, it's like Arrow hasn't done that before, where they have some good characters, especially some good female characters, and they don't bring them back. I'm hoping they don't do I'm still hoping that we are not done seeing Nyssa.
Right.
Especially if we're doing Talia, we're having things with Talia right now. Don't completely throw away Nyssa, who's, again, another one of the great characters on the fucking show. I'm hoping they don't completely throw all these characters away. Which reminds me that we did get another mention about them slowly tracking down Prometheus' mother, who was a mistress of his father. Are we thinking it might be Talia, or do you think it's somebody else?
I think it's somebody else.
Okay. And does Talia found Prometheus and trained him?
They keep saying woman in Russia, but that, again, I mentioned last that could be anyone.
True.
Because we just saw her in Russia at that time.
True.
I don't know. I think they'll tie back to someone that Ollie trained with training him. Mm-hmm. That would make the most sense. I think you're right about that, but it's going to be interesting to see how they get there.
Yeah. So, all right. I think that's it. We didn't have any new 5-star reviews, I don't think. So,
no, and now iTunes is putting them out of order. So,
are you serious?
Because they hate us, and if we skip one and we miss you, email us and let us know because I'll do my best. But I'm doing my best to track everything right now. So.
Oh God damn it! They're really putting them out of order. You fucking assholes. Anyway, we love the episode. Oh wait, I do have one more email because it's not Arrow related, but I'll go ahead and do it. This is from Wanga. Yeah, good day, fellas. These were the thoughts that went through my head after seeing BVS. I don't think I enjoyed that. Why don't I feel hyped to see the next DC movie like after I'm seeing Marvel films? Maybe I'm too old. Have I outgrown comic book movies? I think we all had that. But I enjoyed Deadpool last month. I hope I haven't outgrown comic book movies. Scariest few minutes of my life were thinking I might have outgrown comic book movies, but Civil War a month later confirmed that I hadn't outgrown them at all. Have a good one. You know what though? That's real. I knew so many people that goes, oh my god, maybe I've outdone this. Maybe I won't be as excited for Civil War. Maybe oh my god, it's finally happened. I become my parents. Then we all saw Civil War and we're like, okay, no, we're fine.
Oh no, it was done.
It was completely you. Yeah, it's one of those. Oh no, like you go. It's not you. It's me. No, oh no, it's definitely you. It's
definitely you. It's definitely you.
Definitely you.
I'll tell you what, man. I hadn't really thought about it, but that was a really good email because I left Suicide Squad confident that that one just wasn't for me. That it wasn't like I'm out of comic movies. It's like oh no, that one just wasn't one directed towards me.
Yeah.
But Batman vs Superman, if I hadn't immediately just had if it hadn't immediately made me sick, like physically ill, I would have thought like maybe I'm done. Maybe that's it.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean,
I had a good run. Like I wouldn't be mad. It's like okay.
I mean, this goes back to my conversation that we had with the conversation we had on the Super Tuesday. We were talking about Fox or DC. Like, listen, I just came out of Logan. People know how I feel about Logan. I didn't leave Logan going,
what a mess.
Man, I'm not gonna like Guardians of the Galaxy. Man, I might not like. I was just like, oh, it's not for me. It's okay. But I think the problem with BVS is this is one of the ones you're going in probably expecting so much, and you were like, it's got Batman in it. It's got Superman in it. It's got Wonder Woman in it. I have to like this movie. And so, like, you're like, even if it's bad, I can still enjoy it, right? I can still enjoy some things. Like, listen, I'm not an X-Men movie fan. I'm not a Wolverine movie fan. There were still parts of Logan that I could enjoy and go, all right, cool. If I just focus on that, then, it doesn't kill my brain. With BVS, eventually, at some point, like, even if you came out like I did, was like, I don't completely hate it. You're still in the back of your mind going, but I can't hate it, right? Because
I'm not allowed to.
I'm not allowed. Like, it's Batman. It's Superman. It's Wonder Woman. I have to like, if I don't like this movie, what's wrong with me?
What was it all for?
Right. It's like, it literally rotted your inside. And rotted.
Do that, like, I might hate this movie.
Right. And like, I'm trying to prepare. This is why I'm so preparing myself not to be excited about Wonder Woman or Justice League, because if I go in there like I did with BVS with some kind of hope, I could come out devastated.
That's how I left BVS, because if I hadn't gone to see the Susan with an impartial third party, I would have spent my time in the car like, you know what? There's stuff there.
No, that's what I did.
I know. I remember. I heard your review.
And the more and more I thought about it, more and more I was like, no. And then it also didn't help that Zack Snyder just couldn't shut the fuck up.
That also didn't help. Yeah, because when we got out, I was like, well, maybe it was just, no, that was terrible. I was like, yeah.
you need that.
I needed someone to sit, just slap, like, I needed something with some Diggle bars.
Right. Look here, man. You're better than this. You
deserve better.
Yeah,
you do.
Right.
Like you're right. I gotta love me too.
Right. Oh man. All right, folks. Again, you can email us at mtrailerreviews@mtrailerreviews.net. God damn it. Check us out on Super Tuesday Recap on iTunes, Stitcher Radio. Leave us a 5-star review. We'll read it on air. And we'll be back. Again, we're back with episode 15 of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. And Gorilla City Part 1, which I can't fucking wait for. And also, Shannon and the Doctor are also going to be doing Supergirl. So, yeah, we're back at it. Full strength next week. Keep your ear out and let us know. And then next Saturday, we're recording Character Corner Wolverine, which I can't tell you guys how excited I am for this show. I'm so fucking excited.
This movie hurt Chris so bad.
It's gonna
this
get
is
worse.
The worst time. Like, this is the argument against doing character corners that are topical.
It is. It really is. Here's the problem. I wasn't expecting to get the screener as early as we did, so I was expecting to get the screener the week of, which is why the character corner was scheduled to come out the week before. So I was like, right. I'll do all the reading there, and it'll be fine. I wasn't expecting to see the movie first and then do the reading, and now I'm just like, God damn it. Like, once I found out that we were doing that, I was like, I gotta start reading now. I gotta start reading now so I can just, dude. I started going here. Before we wrap this up, I'm going through this. I'm reading stuff. You know, I started realizing something. Wolverine actually has a pretty good a bench of villains, yo.
Oh, we'll
Like,
talk about that.
Like, I'm like, they're all evil as shit.
But I feel they fall into the Green Lantern problem, where your origins are so convoluted that we want to tie every villain to your origin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that definitely has a problem. That's definitely they're. I'm like, they all come from his past.
I'm like, hey man, how about you meet some new people?
Right. You're like, dude. Right.
Do something else with your life.
Have you tried sending flowers?
You know what? How about this? Say this after me. Repeat after me, Logan. New year, new me.
Yeah. Have you tried that? Have you tried that? I mean, you literally have a villain that tries to hunt you down and beat you up on your birthday every fucking year. Like, dude, like, you need to.
We just said, "Hi, now let's have a conversation."
Yeah, you know what you
How
need.
do you get it?
Logan, you did need to die. Like you
Just to leave everyone else the fuck alone.
Yeah, you needed to die just so when you get reborn, you come and when Wolverine comes back in the comics, try starting over again. Like you said, new year, new me. Because, god damn it, man, yeah.
Old you's not working.
Yeah, can't wait for this. Can't wait for this, guys. Anyway, guys, thank you guys very much for listening. Until next time, we're out of here. Peace.